I was watching the Kevin Spacey Unmasked last night.
How was that?
Fine, other than the worst thing he did was he jacked off during Saving Private Ryan. So it's the same thing over and over again. It's the same story. He goes, he meets a dude, and he's clearly just trying to fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
And every dude is like a Hollywood guy, like a desperate Hollywood actor that's like, this is my big chance. He wants to be my friend.
I've just got a new best friend.
He chose me to be friends with for no reason.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
there's
they're
a
dudes.
reason.
Yeah, I know, but that's their mind. They're like, he just could see it in me.
Yeah.
It's like, he's never seen you act. You're at a bar.
Right.
I had come to terms with, okay, I'm willing to do something uncomfortable to get something out of it.
He's wearing leather pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one guy was like, he saw me at the Golden Globes. I was just standing there, and Kevin Spacey walked up and was like, who are you?
First thing he says to me is, "Who are you?" I said, "Oh, I'm Travis Wade." He looks at me, he's like, "There's a party tonight, and I would love to come as my guest." Are you sure people are coming? He goes, "Yeah, people come in, they come out, I'll let them in, and the party gets going as the night goes on, and sit.
It's like, obviously he's trying to fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
What do you think that is? Oh, he's like, there's a party at my house. So they go back to his house. He like makes out with them. There's no one else there.
Yeah.
And then,
He was like, people just come and go. It's that kind of party.
yeah, that one. I think that actually might have been a different guy than the Saving Private Ryan guy.
That's
but
a.
You got him in the home theater. You got the Saving Private Ryan guy. They were at a house party, and he was like, we should go check out this home theater. And the guy was like, okay. It's like, bro, you know what that is.
He's watching movies. They're both cinephiles, dude.
They are cinephiles.
All of a sudden, there's some activity happening next to me, and kind of glance over, and Kevin's just pleasuring himself.
He grabbed one guy's dick on the set of fucking House of Cards.
Just honked him between shots.
We do this little U-turn, and then we're on the other side of the set, and it's just me and him. I leaned in because he was saying something to me, and then I felt something tickle me just right below my zipper, and I was like, what? I look down, and I see it's his finger. Yeah, no, his hand touched my penis.
We've had a lot of fun together. When he left the show, we were emailing to each other. In fact, in one of our flirty emails, which we had, I asked him to send me, he was talking about working out, he was getting buff, and I said, oh, send me a picture. And he sent me a couple pictures that were naked and provocative.
We've got them.
Huh.
We were watching it last night. I was like, dude, I'm ruined. I've honked everyone. There's going to be Shane Gillis
Yeah,
unmasked
but there's
where
intent.
like,
There's
Gervin's
intent.
crying. Like, well, then he grabbed my penis. He told me it's what guys do for fun.
There's intent, though.
True.
Shane's hand touched my hot dog. I was honked. He honked my penis.
Touch my penis, it's nice. Touch my penis, it's nice.
I've been waiting for a sweet treat like your butt.
This is not the chat I get with my wife.
And you have to use a double-sided dildo with guard dog. You guys have to go butt to butt.
You'd be sitting there minding your own business and you suddenly hear hot dog and your PP was grabbed. He did this to everyone. Even his friends and podcast guests. He can't get away with it anymore.
He's a genius. He's like,
bro.
Yay. He's my little yay. He's my little Yeezy. Maddie. We tickle and have fun.
Am I the boy that you've brought to this house?
We might.
Yeah, we came here to admire you.
I did bring a sex slave from Oceania. Hot dog. There's a guy, the one guy he goes out with, he's like, let's go hang out. So they're walking around, they go to a movie theater. The guy had just worked on Saving Private Ryan. And he was like, oh, this is your movie. Let's go watch it. So they're sitting in the theater And it's the opening scene. It's D-Day. And the guy said he looked over and Kevin Spacey was jacking off.
To D-Day.
To D-Day.
Yeah.
to Saving Private Ryan's D-Day.
Right. Just headshot, explosion.
Like, there's no way that this is happening, that this guy is rubbing one out during the invasion of Normandy.
Just trying to see if he was trying to take his temperature.
D-Day.
The afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can trick guys that easily, it just goes to show that the women never stood a chance.
To be fair to Spacey, the possibility of getting head during that D-Day scene is immense. Dude.
Iconic.
It'd be crazy.
It would outweigh all of his Oscars. It would be the biggest accomplishment. I made a straight guy suck my dick during D-Day.
He says that at his Hollywood Walk of Fame speech. Of all my accolades.
He should have put his cock in the hand star.
Yeah, true.
Fell forward and put his dick in.
Or it's just 9 fingers and then 1 dick imprint. Guess which one is fake.
Kevin Spacey, he's back. He's just like back doing his thing now. Why do they do the behind the actors studio now?
I don't think they. No. That wasn't.
That was stock footage. He just did an interview now, didn't he?
He came out after 3 years of silence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the interview was. I think for some reason I heard.
No, this was interviewing the victims. Just dudes who got honked over the last 25 years.
What?
Honked,
a lot of dudes got
honked. It was a honkumentary?
It was an absolute honkumentary.
He likes flipping servicemen. That's his ultimate fetish because his dad was a Nazi and like diddle him like while dressed in SS gear.
What?
So his dad was a big time Nazi.
Yeah. And his like brother now dresses like
Exactly. He had a Nazi dad.
Jerking off the D-Day makes a little more sense now.
True.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was like, these defeat these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He just did an interview himself, though, I'm pretty sure.
I think he did. No, he did one with Tucker Carlson. That was nuts, dude.
Recently?
Yeah.
And Merry Christmas to you, too.
He did a Tucker one where he broke the fourth wall again and did that House of Cards thing.
No, he did it again?
Yeah, he did it during the interview with Tucker.
So does that mean this is like an episode or is it real?
Well, it's probably a little of both. I mean, Tucker, what's true, what's false? What's life, what's art? What's real, what's performance? I love it when these things intersect because then it gets interesting.
It was very weird.
What Tucker says.
Tucker's like,
oh, all right.
Have you ever had a Zin, Kevin Spacey?
Fair. So,
but it is funny to get just by your own devices to rationalize being in Kevin Spacey's basement, being like, yeah, man, I'm a phenomenal. That one commercial he saw me in,
and he never saw any of these guys in anything. And they were like, this could be my entire career. I have to do this. The one guy was like, I'm not gay. I sucked his dick for like 10 seconds. And then I was like, this is not me.
And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to try to give him head and see if that works. There was zero attraction or interest in me being sexual. I mean, it felt like I was something that I had to do to get to where I wanted to go. I think that lasted about 5 to 10 seconds. I kind of just gagged. And that's when it really hit me, like, there was no quid pro quo. He was never offering me anything. It was almost like I got to be in the graces of his company, and that's your gift for letting me come all over myself next to you.
And he barfed.
He barfed 10 seconds, dude. Yeah. That's kind of fucked up. He sucked him for 10 seconds. If I was on the jury, I'd be
Spaceman finished it off, don't worry. The Spaceman jacked off and then drove around with him for like 3 more hours.
3 hours, just covered in cum.
He wanted to keep driving around and like talk to me for 3 hours with like cum-stained pants.
What a high crime. I would have stood up in the jury and be like, you sucked him for 10 seconds and stop? Be like, guys, I would give an impassioned speech. I would give an impassioned speech. Like,
what's really wrong? What's the greatest wrong here?
Yeah.
True. You should be on trial.
10-second suck will give a man a heart attack.
Yeah, you're guilty of blue ballery. Dude, he like ran this like very famous theater in London, and he would have these like intensives where he would just round up like 60 of the most like supple dudes and be like, I'm your teacher. Come.
It's really great because we're front row right now and we can touch them if we wanted to. Anybody,
don't be shy.
And he would just like sit next to him and like rub their backs and be like, you need to tap into something deeper. And then invariably, you know, most of them.
You tap in.
Yeah. But every one of them was like, I've been training my whole life for this moment to be near Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's like, meet me upstairs. And he's just got his fucking throbbing cock in his hand. Yeah.
Apparently, you've never seen Saving Private Ryan.
No, I haven't.
So why is he saying this?
I mean, my last question, did he get paid for telling this story? I don't know. What I do know is that he claimed that this incident at the movies happened in 1998. I have an email from him in 2011. I have an email from him in 2013.
No, this is my first tattoo ever. I got at 18, and it's really bad. But it's when tribal, like, it's before it was even co-opted by like Vin Diesel and stuff like that. It was like, I'll tell you this quick story. I went, my dad like turned like 50 or whatever, and he got a tattoo. And then he was like, I was turning 18, or he's about to turn 50, and he's like, I'm gonna take you for your first tattoo. It was illegal until you were 18, or maybe it still is.
If you have a parent, you can do it if you're under 18.
You can?
Yeah, if a parent goes. It depends on where you are.
I just remember, like, it was illegal in New York. This is how old I am, showing my age. Okay, so I went when I turned 18, and I didn't see anything I liked, and I was in there for like an hour, and I didn't want to get anything I didn't like, so I was like, I don't really see anything. But my dad, like, he really wanted this to be a bonding moment. He's like, are you sure? Are you sure? And so back then, I don't know if this is the case now, especially where I'm from, the tattoo artists were dicks.
Yeah.
They were arrogant dicks.
Yeah.
And they treated you like they were doing you a favor.
It's kind of like a coffee shop when you're like, what do you want? And you're like,
I don't really notice that a lot now, but yeah, it still is like that.
Oh my God.
But you don't
the
have any
vibe.
tattoos.
No. I'm saying the cultural vibe is like a
cultural
very
vibe.
like, you're not cool enough to be in here.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
Yeah, well, it still is like my buddy Nick. I go see him when he gets tattoos, and like, you know, most of them are very cool, but like sometimes people look at you like you're like, what's up? And you're like, I'm just here to support the thing, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
So I'm actually glad the guy did this to me, because in hindsight he did me a favor. But I was throwing a dart at the wall because I couldn't find anything. I didn't know I could even like be like, draw this for me. I was trying to pick from the selections.
Yeah, right.
And I said, well, maybe I'll get the Daffy Duck, because I like Daffy. He's underrated, but thank God I did.
He's highly rated.
He is highly rated.
I do not think Daffy's underrated whatsoever.
I'm sorry, Daffy.
Yeah, I said Daffy.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. Not Donald, Daffy.
Well, Donald, after he caught a case, nobody messes with that guy. He's in bad shape, dude. But
put on some pants.
Yeah.
So, no. So I said Daffy, and the guy goes, he went like that, and I go, what? I didn't even say what. He goes, and then he literally went, you look like a cartooner. When you came in here, he called me a cartooner.
Like a cartooner.
And I just was like,
and can I tell you something? I agree with him, but I would never say that to you.
I look like a cartooner.
That's insane.
I know. And then
you
I
do look like a cartooner.
All right.
But that's not an insult.
Cartoona.
Don't.
A cartoona.
Just watch yourself.
Sorry.
Just watch yourself. But so anyway, so I used to work at this deli, right? So 24-hour deli. So I'm there, and like, I'll call it 6 months later. This guy comes. Maybe it was more than that. Maybe a year or two later. This guy comes in, huge muscle guy with a tank top on, big, and he has this tattoo,
identical,
on his arm, right? His massive arm, right? And I go, I'm ringing him up, and I go, oh, I have that tattoo, and he goes, no, you don't. And I go, no, I got that tattoo. And he goes, you don't have this exact tattoo. I go, I have that exact tattoo. He's like, show me. So then I showed him my leg, and he went, that motherfucker. He goes, I'm going to fuck him up. And I'm like, what? So the guy, Doug, that did this tattoo for me, whatever, he paid him to draw him a bespoke tribal.
Oh, you got a bespoke tribal?
Yeah.
But it wasn't yours.
So I guess that Guido had it first then.
He did.
So I guess he did, but I didn't see it on a lot of Guidos back then. So I thought I was doing something.
Well, if they were on a lot of ankles, you wouldn't have seen it.
I thought I was seeing something unique. And then this guy was he broke the code of ethics and sold. He paid him extra to draw that, and that wasn't supposed to be sold to somebody else, and he put it on me. Because what are the odds that this guy's going to run into the other guy?
It's never going to happen.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened between those two guys.
Well, one of those guys is dead.
Yeah.
Ian, my money's on the Guido.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, dude, all that creatine goes right to the head at some point. My audio guy, Slim, this is my dog. Bro, this guy's the funniest, coolest dude.
Yeah.
He's a perfectionist. And I got him to like install the TV to connect all the things. And he was like, he's like, I could get you different range of speaker. And I was like, well, I want a good one, but I don't want to pay something crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like, Yeah, invest in you, invest in you. I was like, oh my God. He like bullied me.
That's so funny.
And so, of course, like,
invest in your Sonic.
He's like, yeah, invest in yourself. This is your life, but get the shitty speaker.
I love that.
So he bullied me into it.
I'll tell you one time, a young girl, I don't recall her name, she was a little younger than me. She had chocolate chip cookies and she doled them out to everyone. And when she got to me, she said no. And I didn't appreciate it. And she was about, I'm not joking, she was about 100 feet away. And I took a medium-sized rock. And I was a kid. I swear to God, I was like 6. And I threw it her way with the intention to scare, not to hit her. It hit her in the fucking eye socket. She went down and her eye popped, like blew out of her head. And parents saw it, screamed. Everyone came down to the apartments. And they like were chasing me like I was Frankenstein, like a lynch mob. Like they were chasing me with pitch. I ran up to the roof and hid out on the roof of the building. And my mom was like so nervous that I was gonna like try to, because we used to hop roofs because the buildings were connected. We play manhunt and all that stuff. But that was later on. But I was only 6. I was so terrified. And she came up the steps. It was almost like she was talking to a jumper. She came out the top, the door on the roof, and she was like, "Listen to me. It's okay. We know you did not mean it." And I'm like crying. I'm like, I didn't know I was gonna hit her.
I'm just gonna get it over with and jump.
Yeah, I to this day I'll never forget that. It happened like 40 years ago.
You hit her clean in the eye.
Dude, I
overhand?
Yeah, overhand.
Woo!
But no, it wasn't like baseball overhand. It was like it
was
had
this,
a little arch.
that.
Yeah. But I remember it, and it was like flipping. I'm telling you, she was maybe she was like 50 feet away, and it hit her right in the eye. Boom, cookies went everywhere. And I was like, oh my God, like, what do I do? That was my first, like, I got to flee the scene. Yeah.
Dude, hitting someone when you're a kid with something. This little kid, Chris from Canada, I don't remember his last name. He moved from French-speaking Canada, like Montreal, like up there, like that way. He came all the way to Chicago, and we couldn't believe we had never known a kid that could, like, speak a different language. And we were at recess, and someone had kicked a football, and they're like, go get it, Frenchie, or whatever it was, Froggy. And he went and got this football, a little tiny kid, and he threw this football so hard at the line, at the like lineup of kids to go inside, and it hit this Mr. Scarpino. Shout out Mr. Scarpino. It hit him right in the dick. I mean, dude, it was a laser. It was like it hit him so hard in the dick. It was unbelievable. I mean, it was amazing. You watch this man. I mean, it was immediate. He folded. Was like. Oh, God. I mean, it was like the perfect tip of the football must have hit right on the tip of his penis. Right. The new kid always got bullied around. You know what I mean? It didn't matter. It was like new guy came. They were gonna make fun of you. You're new.
Midway through kindergarten, a Chilean exchange student came to, maybe not an exchange student, but a Chilean girl that knew no English. She got dropped in kindergarten. She got dropped in halfway. And I remember, things stick in your head, And they were like, oh, this is her parents. She came in with her parents like midday. And they were like, this is so-and-so. She's new here. She's going to be joining you guys. She doesn't know English. She knows Spanish. She knows only a little English.
Kindergarten.
It was kindergarten, right?
Right.
So I'm Cuban and Puerto Rican half, right? So I had Spanish grandparents. So I knew 3 words. No, I knew 2 words. And so I said I know some Spanish, like I can speak to her. And so like they put us there was tables of 8 kids, and there was a bunch of tables. So they put her at my table, and then they're like, oh, that's great. And they didn't know this, but all I knew had to say was sit down and shut up. Cállate and siéntate. And so I kept just telling her to sit down and shut up like the whole day. and then like I'll never forget it. And then I went home and I told my mom, and I'm like, oh, I spoke Spanish to the girl all day. Like I'm the only one that could speak to her. And they're like, what were you telling her? And I was like, I tell her to sit down and shut up or whatever. Dude, like no joke, like
she was no longer in that class at
no, like
yeah.
That was kindergarten. No joke. 14 when we were like sophomores in high school, maybe. Still, she lived in the neighborhood. So I went to 8-9 years of grammar school with her.
Right.
First sexual experience with that girl. Not sex, but like first, like
really,
yeah. And the elevator guy, like he holds it open. He's like, oh, and Larry gets in like dead last. And we were already settled in. And everyone's like, oh my God, Larry David. So it's like, it already is kind of quiet because it's like, it's fucking Larry David. But it also is like, we were already about to close, and then he shoehorned himself in a bit,
Right.
It was tight. It was already tight. So it was
he
tight.
Larry Davided a Larry David.
He did.
Yeah.
And so when he got in and the doors closed, like that was the elephant in the room, and he goes, I appreciate you guys let me squeeze in and holding it for me. And his back was pushed up against my chest, so he was like, his ear was like right here, and I just like leaned into his ear, and I was like, oh, we really didn't have a choice.
Did he respond?
He laughed, man. I
Oh,
was like,
that's
"Fuck
great.
yeah." And he turned around and goes, well, I assure you, if it was the other way around, I wouldn't have waited for you. And I was like, I had my curve moment.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
I had it. I had
That's
it in
better
real
than
life.
TV.
Yeah.
I had a moment. You said that when you said first album, second album. Anderson .Paak made Malibu. Malibu was the name, right? And it just came out and it was a banger.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
And he got on a flight next to me with a crew. And maybe this is my stupid little ego, but he looked over at me and was like, what up? That could have been just a human what up.
Right.
But then I was like, oh, does he maybe know who I am?
Yeah.
That would be fucking rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably not. But he like acknowledged me and then he looks up at the bin. This is just a funny moment, nothing negative. But he looks up at the overhead and he like starts moving some of the backpacks.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
The backpacks.
The backpacks, sorry. So he's moving the backpacks, and first of all, he's right. Because backpacks are supposed to go underneath. Those are for overhead bags.
If you listen to the announcement.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to pay attention, then why are you on the plane in the first place?
Yeah.
So you can tell he's moving the backpacks to the side because he's making room. And I was like, thank God mine's not up there, because I didn't want to be the guy to go, that's mine.
Yeah.
And then I was waiting for the guy to go, sir, can you not move that? My laptop is in. I was
Right.
waiting for that guy.
Right.
And it didn't happen because I think people were nervous to say anything because he's like kind of a big personality. Again, he's dressed dope.
You could tell when someone's a star.
Yeah, he looks cool.
It was important.
Me and you get on the plane and they're like, is that guy from the bullshit thing
right,
that I don't like? And,
right.
and we're like, it is.
Yeah.
And he's moving the box and his friend is right behind him. And as he moves it, and then he turns around because I see no luggage in this man's hand. So I think, what is that for? And he turns around, his friend is behind him and he grabs, dude, thank God I've been in comedy. I would have lost it laughing if I did. Have you ever seen those big boombox speaker boxes? They're fucking this big.
yeah.
They're hilariously large.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It's like 3.5 feet and it's huge. The circumference is massive. It's
Yeah.
like a foot. He grabs from his boy. It has a shoulder strap. That's how big that fucking thing is. You've seen this before.
Yeah.
He takes from his boy. He goes, I got it. And he turns and he puts that in the overhead bin. And no luggage. With no luggage. It was so funny. And he closed it really slow and then sat down and put on headphones. And I was like, I love this guy.
He travels with the essentials.
I love this guy.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
bag. That was his travel.
So I delivered they had their music studio. Like I delivered to them sometimes,
Wow.
Like not as like they weren't all together, but like
How full circle though?
half full circle, right?
Yeah.
But so I used to deliver in that hood, they call it the Killer Hills, and the surrounding hoods like Stapleton and New Brighton and things like that. They're not like the best, safest neighborhoods.
Sure.
But I did my thing. I had a red Chevy Cabriolet station wagon. Yes,
Pimpin'.
that my friends actually detailed, and they put like racing stripes on it, and on the window they wrote "D's nuts."
No,
I swear to God, on the
with decals.
They did white masking tape, but they did it really good.
Yeah.
And I had a lightning bolt on the side, the 01 for the General Lee. There was the front quarter panel said "Fear Me." D's nuts. The back said "Caught you looking."
No, bro.
Yeah. So we did this as a goof, and then I like kept it on, and then people celebrated it.
Yeah.
Like people were beeping, like, yeah, and they like liked it. I guess they understood the irony of it.
But that's America, dude.
Yes.
Don't you the Calvin pissing on the Ford symbol?
Yes.
That's America.
Right.
That is.
Right. And so I kept it. And so I was delivering pizza with that stuff in these neighborhoods. And a lot of times my friends, they would come hang out with me for the whole shift.
Yeah.
And they'd come on the drives. So two of my buddies, Mike and Joe, are in my car, and I pull up to like projects, right? And there's like ground level floors or whatever it was. Oh, it was projects, but right across the street, and there was these townhouses like right across the street from it. But I'm parked right there, and there's all people out and I knock on the door, and these fucks, they go to 106.7 Light FM. They turn it up as high as they can go, and they put their seats all the way back. And all four of my windows were open, and it was Celine Dion, "I'm Your Lady." And the guy opened the door, and they're like, he was having it was all people in there and everything. It was a young guy, and it was like they were smoking, and this thing was just emanating through the streets, and and then the guy just taking it, and I was at the door for a minute, so it was like a good verse or two, and I'm like red faced, I'm just like I'm dying laughing inside. I'm like, these mother. I got back to the car, man. They were like purple. They had tears pouring down their face. They were like.
The one time I remember a semi-embarrassing moment, my dad and I were at an airport. Maybe we were at O'Hare in Chicago. I don't really remember. But Tom Selleck was like across the way. Big boy, by the way. Do you know Tom Selleck's he was a shouldered man.
Yeah, he's got some heft on.
Yeah, how tall? Look up Tom Selleck. I don't know how tall he was. And I also I was 8, 9,
Right.
whatever. 6'4". Big boy, big shouldered man
Yeah.
though. And
broad
man. And I said to my dad, I go, "That's Tom Selleck. That's Tom Selleck."
You said that as an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I must have been 11. Let's say 11.
Mac DI is where you got it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And I said, "That's Tom Selleck." And my dad goes, "That is Tom Selleck," loud enough for Tom Selleck to hear it. And
Purposely or not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe joking a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
And I turned and I like shut down because he like turned and I was like, "What will they do to us?" You know, like
Right,
a celebrity.
right.
It's like,
Sure.
can he have us killed?
Right.
It's Tom Selleck, Dad. Don't say that so loud.
You know how doctors like they don't like when you self-diagnose. You know, like, oh, you go on WebMD,
makes
like,
sense.
let me do, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And I went to this guy and I'm like, listen, my feet are really bad. It's like I have really bad flat feet and I need to do something about it. And he's like, all right, take off your shoes, you know, whatever. And he's like, he had that attitude like, I'll let you know what you have. Like it was coming off of him. And so I took off and I was standing and he was writing on a clipboard and he turned, I swear to God, he turned, he went, "A doctor." He went, "Oh shit." Oh shit. Like you could see my foot almost goes this way. Like I walk on like two, like I'm a rocking horse.
Right.
Like for a child, you know, like how they,